Hello everyone of the pod, it's a Hit and Run. This time we are going to buy a ticket because we are doing the bonus part of all the extras.
A complete set! Ooh, I think I just formatted my pants!
Neat. Anyway, we have to go to the Aztec Theater and talk to this Wiki Voice teen and begin our movie of the Itchy and Scratchy movie. So let's watch this cutscene and enjoy it, shall we? It'll be fun. It'll be worth it, hopefully. Well, at least the kids would enjoy it. Anyway, that is it for that movie, and it was worth it, wasn't it? I had to get all those fucking cards. And now that's done, it's time for the next game, which is another thing we got from the cards, and that is the bonus game. We unlocked all the tracks for it, so let us begin. Look, new loading screen, ain't that nice? Anyway, here's all the tracks, and we only unlock them by getting all these cards, which will unlock the bonus game, and also unlock all of these tracks one by one. And all of our characters are here, as you can tell, and exactly all of our cars are here too. They'll have numbers to them, from 1 to 4. The higher the number, the better the car is, I believe. And there's only like 2 cars number 4s. We'll be doing number 3 as Homer for the first track, which is actually a level 1 track. All these are based on the levels we have done. So of course, Homer has to begin his level. So, here's the thing about the bonus game. It's got neat music, and, yeah. It's top-down, but it's not top-down. It's 2.5D top-down. And listen, I am good at racing games. When it comes to me and racing games, I can be really good at them. You've seen me throughout a lot of these LPs where I've done racing games. And, I suck at top-down racing. I'm not kidding. I find it very fucking hard to play any top-down racing game. I'm not kidding. So, yeah, I lost. And that happens a lot for me. And here's the music for losing. Yeah, hurts, doesn't it? Anyway, our next one is level 2, which will be playing as Homer again. I'm not going to bother putting them in the order, I'm just going to go ahead and do them already. And our next car is actually going to be the hearse, because it's number 4, and it's the best car in the game. Obvious. Anyway, level 2 is, every track is interesting and different, but here's the thing. Track 1 is okay, and track 2 is actually pretty good. And I was able to beat at least one of these, this one in particular. And the reason is because the AI isn't exactly the most smartest. They also choose some pretty vehicles. So this isn't going to be hard, but the problem is I suck at top-down, so I still struggle. But I was able to win, so that's good enough for me. Oh, that timer doesn't appear until you go across. So everyone else that goes through, there's no timer. But if you go across, there's this 9-second timer that, once done, and when not by the finish line, gets a DNF. And hey, I won for once! The only time I ever win any of these bonus games. Level 3 is next, I'll be playing as Bart this time. So same car, it'll be always the hearse. So yeah. Now we introduce ourselves to jumps in a top-down 2.5D perspective. This is about as easy as you expect. In fact, none of the AI has a good time going for these. I hate this fucking goddamn viewpoint. And not only that, it's not exactly easy to see if you're going to make it or not when it comes to these jumps. Because it's kind of hard to tell if you're going to go straight on it or if you're going to go a bit angled, and if you're going to be fast enough or you're too slow and you won't make it. I basically try to avoid these. Anyway, your car also smokes during these. Everyone's car smokes. When you take a lot of damage, you will smoke. And here's level 4, by the way. Here's the thing. You can destroy your opponent's cars. It pretty much DNFs them. However, the only way you'll be able to destroy them is a few things. One, you deliberately go into them and destroy the fuck out of them. Two, you have more than 2 fucking laps. In fact, more than 3 laps. If you go maximum amount of laps, which I believe is 9 or something like that, then you might have a chance of destroying every car, like deliberately. And 3, if they do not hit the wrenches that spawn out of nowhere at random times. Yes, you have to make sure they do not touch wrenches while you're destroying the fuck out of them. While you are collecting them, healing yourself up so you can smash more motherfuckers. Yeah, it's not worth it. It's a good way to cheat though. And next up is Lisa and level 4. And level 5. Level 5, that's right. And by the way, this race, not fun. You see, the music in these is okay. But when it comes right down to the gameplay part of it, actually being able to race in these and have a good time, I don't remember anyone who, or even know anyone, who has said they have played the bonus game in System 10 Run and had a lot of fun playing it. And I don't mean with friends. Yeah. But yeah, the bonus game is a neat thing. The only problem is that it's hard, and it's not really fun, and you'll get very bored of it real quickly, and you winning any of these against the computer isn't exactly very easy, considering the AI, while stupid, is still going to be better than you at racing if you're not very good at these top-down perspective racers, like me. Especially when it comes to these fucking jumps, because holy shit, I hate this level. This level has a lot of jumps, and every single one of them sucks. One jump is very easy, the other one is absolute bullshit. It's the damn jump. And yes, I have barely seen anyone make this jump. Not even I can make it.
Oh, please be a dream.
Like P4 there crashed into it already, but he got pushed right into another car right over it, so he doesn't count, okay? He got pushed. But yeah, the AI is kind of stupid, but even then, they'll still do better than you. At least the first place motherfucker will. And now the last one, level 7 with Apu. And again, this is the best design of all these bonus ones. It's very interesting. It's got a hell pit below us. It's amazing. Again, like, in my opinion, level 7 has the best level design of the entire game. Because level 1, 2, and 3 are literally just the same as level 4, 5, and 6. Only the designs are different for both of them. Whereas level 7, well, it is level 1 again, and level 4. Not only is a bit of the area cut out, which might lower it a bit, but not really, but the design is completely different. It's a lot of shit that's been changed since the last times you've been here. And honestly, That's what I like about it. There's a lot of new stuff compared to level 1 and 4, in which it's mainly the same shit. But again, I can't beat this because it's top-down perspective, and I suck at it. But at least I don't do as bad as Player 3 over here, who... Look at this. He just barely makes it. Anyway, that is it for the bonus game. Now it's time for the scrapbook, in which I'm going to show off all the shit from it. First of all, there's a sticker here for quest number 1. You get this when you actually 100% the game, I believe. And not only that, but here's our stats. 100% game completed. We have done the game. I mean, we already did it last part, but right now I'm doing it pretty much differently. There's open book, which if you open the book, you will find all your stuff. Your clothes, vehicles, missions, and cards. Now, if you go to missions, you can look at all the missions we have, but also all the thumbnails for these, like SMRT, Petty Theft Homer, Office Space, Blind Big Brother, Flowers by Rain, Bone Storm Storm, The Fat and Furious, and this old shanty. Yep, it even includes the bonus. And there's also the costumes, but as you can see, it gives you a 3D model of all the costumes and poses, like Casual, Moo, and the Chosen One. Also the vehicles, which gives you them in their models as well, in this little same area. Family Sedan, you know, they're all cars you already know, and you can always see all these poses when you go and choose the cars at the phone booth, so it's not like it's anything new, but it's neat still. And finally is the cards, which I will show last out of all of these, because they're going to be the most interesting. First, Tension Deficient Disorder, Weapons Master Delinquency, Vox Nerduli, Barden Frink, Better Than Beef, Monkey See, Monkey Do, Sellouts, and Dollar Beef for Blood, the bonus mission. And there's the clothes of Bart, which the first 3 clothes here is Toll, Football, and Ninja. Then you have the vehicles, which, by the way, as you're looking through these, you'll notice that little picture that shows you the vehicles thing, always different. There was a drawing for the first one, then there's like this drawing here, pretty drawing of Bart's vehicle. Then you go to the next one, in which you get like a fucking literal design of the car. And by the way, level 3 missions, Nerd Race Queen, Clueless, Bonfire of the Manatees, Operation Hellfish, Slittery Sleuthing, Fishy Deals, The Old Pirate in the Sea, and Principal, I mean. And there's Lisa's costumes, which is Cool, Florida, and Hockey. But yeah, the vehicles. How about that picture there, huh? Look like a design of this fucking vehicle here. But yeah, as you can see, a lot of these cars we didn't use because a lot of them were shit. And honestly, I will never use them. There will be cars that will show off though. Pacific cars. First, or if you don't know, some more level 4 missions, Redneck Roundup, Ketchup Logic, Return of the Nearly Dead, Wolf Stole My Pills, The Color Wars, From Outer Space, and finally the bonus mission, Beach Love. Then you've got Marge's costumes, Marge's clothes, which is Inmate, Classy, and Police. Then you have the cars, which, by the way, nice drawing of the fucking Canero Marge. That's very nice. There's only one more picture of that sort, and that is Apu's, which is level 5. And, yeah. It's a weird how, Apu is, like, the only character that's not a part of the family of Criminating Caffeine. And maybe makes 8. 8 is too much. This little piggy. Don't trust a snake. Quick Cash. Curious Curator. And finally, Pinky Frinky. And the clothes, which I'll show you right now, is Army, American, and B-Sharps. And the vehicles, there's that drawing there. Ain't that nice? It's very good, though. It's very good. But yeah, it's funny how Apu is the only character that's not part of the actual Simpsons family that is a playable character here. It's weird. But I don't mind it too much. Then you got level 6 and 7, which is literally Bart and Homer again. While the shit's still the same. Going to the loo, getting down to the clown, lab coat caper, duff to you, duff for me, full metal jackass, set to kill, King and Cutter strike back, and milking the pigs. So yeah, same drawing, but it's not the same car that you start off with. It's weird. And Hugo, Cadet, and Bartman are your costumes for this level. Then there's the vehicles here, which one of them is going to, of course, the Farini. Keep note of the Farini, please. And its design. I'll let you know why later. In fact, pretty soon, too. We're getting close. Right now, though, that's all the stuff for level 7. And now, in level 6, now time for level 7, which is the Treehouse of Horror levels like Rigor Motors, Long Black Probe, Pocket Protector, there's one about Monty, Alien Auto Top C Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, and of course, Flaming Tires. Then you got the final close to the game, which is the Dirty, the Evil, and the Donut. Then you got the vehicles, which, well, I don't have to explain these ones. You already know about these ones. But yeah. That is it for all the stuff that is not the cards. Now it's time to actually check out the cards. And the cards are actually interesting. If you have to choose them from here to check them out. And here's the thing. When you look at the card, not only do you get to know the actual look of the card, but you also get to know the episode that was from, like Homer at Bat, a bit of description about it, and not only that, quotes from that episode at the bottom. Yes, that is fucking awesome. And there's Crab Juice from the City of New York vs. Homer Simpson. I've actually seen this one. It's interesting. Oh, this one's good too. Mysterious Voyage of Homer. This one is known for that one fucking moment when shit gets trippy and all, but it's fucking hilarious. There were a lot of good episodes from The Simpsons, and a lot of these cards showcase these very beloved episodes. Like the Spy Melt 2000, Brother, Can You Spare 2 Dimes? The one with Homer's long-lost brother Herb, who only appears rarely in the show, and I don't think he's ever been shown ever again for quite some years. But yes, there's that Spy Melter. Then, of course, the Parchment of Homer the Great from the Stonecutters, which he destroyed as a freaking napkin and a hanky and all that, and also the cleanest freaking ears. It's funny as hell. Then there's Carbon Rod from Deep Space Homer, which of course the rod gets all the publicity, not him. And then there's Mr. Sparklebox in Marge We Trust, this weird Japanese ad thing with Homer's face on it. So yes, it's all interesting. Then we got level 2, which will showcase all of Bart's stuff. Well, moments with Bart, like Camp Jebediah when he literally cut the fucking head off of the statue. It's a memorable one. Telltale Head. I'm sure a lot of you remember that one. And of course, more quotes. The quotes are always good. And then you got the AM radio toy from Radio Bart. This is where it starts getting a bit iffy, because there are episodes here that aren't really remembered well, and I don't remember Radio Bart very well. I remember watching it. I remember this one, but not well enough to remember this quote. And not well enough to actually understand what the episode was really about. If you're a die-hard Simpsons fan, you'll already know about this shit, but me, not really. Bone Storm game, Marge B, Not Proud. I definitely know this one, and I know how it ended, where Marge bought a fucking golfing game, and of course that one moment where he plays the game and puts it in the parking lot, and then quits it immediately. Good times. And then the Big Butt Skinner one. This one I remember well, and Butt Comment, also known as Buttzilla. This one was actually funny as hell. And, yeah, this episode was interesting. And then there was Mr. Honey Bunny of Lisa on Ice. Everyone knows this one. It's a brutal one for sure. with the most intense fucking brother versus sister fight ever of the fucking Simpsons. And of course this quote where Homer fucking tricks her into the car for goddamn beating the crap out of Bart. It's funny as. Then there's the driver's license, the fake one for Bart on the road. Again, I remember this one and I've seen it, but not well enough. This is not one of those memorable ones, and that's sad. But yeah, it's a good episode. It's just not a memorable one. And then there is the pregnancy test of I Love Lisa. Again, I don't remember this episode well. And I don't remember this pregnancy test well. Yeah. So, then there's Lisa's stuff, which of course this one, the angel skeleton we all know of from Lisa the Skeptic, in which it ends up that this thing was a whole advertisement thing for the Heavenly Hills Mall, which everyone's fucking fine with. Yeah, beforehand, everyone was worshipping this thing, and it was amazing. And, of course, it was one of those Lisa episodes where it's one where you understood it and all, and you liked it. Then there's Bart's Soul, Bart tells his soul, where Bart goes nuts, and everything like that, and he runs away and such. And he goes on a search to find his soul, which it was found by Lisa, and give it back to him. And, it was a nice episode. And Lisa Lionheart from Lisa vs. Malibu Stacy. This was an okay episode. Not a very great episode in my opinion, but it was alright. I definitely remember the whole thing with the Malibu Stacy thing, but that's about it. Then there is Lisa's Valentine of I Love Lisa. This one I remember well, with Ralph. And, yeah. Choo choo choose me. It's great, ain't it? Then there's Lisa's Machine of the PTA Disband. I don't know if I've seen this one or not. This one's much more lower on the scale of episodes I've seen. I've seen a lot of Simpsons episodes, but not all of them. It's just... yeah, and then it's the Evil Braces, that's the Springfield. Again, don't know this one very well. Do I remember her wearing braces at one point? I don't remember that well. And then this is the story part of Lisa's wedding. This is in one of the future episodes where Lisa's an adult and such. They don't pull it off much considering the whole, they're still the same age for every fucking season, But still, it's one of the good episodes. And then Mr. Plowjacket. This one, everyone remembers Mr. Plow, the fight between him and Barney. Like, my god, Homer, you've gotta be kidding. Then there's Burns' Portrait, Brush of Greatness. It's an interesting one for sure. I do somewhat remember this one. Not very well though, again, but then there's Love Letter, and then it's for Bart the Lover, which this one I definitely don't remember. So, yeah, this episode, it's all fuzzy to me. And Homer Bowling Ball, Life on the Fast Lane. Again, I know some of the bowling episodes, but I don't remember them well. Then Reality Bites of Red Blazer. This one I remember where they tried to sell this haunted fucking mansion to the Flanders family. And oh god, that was hilarious. And the Bodor album, they say Lisa's brain, and yeah. Quite an episode, that one. Then there's Pepper Spray, the Springfield Connection. Yeah, I still remember this one. Yeah, Marge as the cop when she was being a cop. That was not exactly memorable, but it was a good episode. Then there's a Pooh's T-shirts. Don't have a cow man. At least the vegetarian. That episode was okay. Definitely not memorable. Then the Pin Pal shirt. This one I remember very well. Team Homer. The whole Pin Palace thing was fucking hilarious, and I loved it. And of course, Mr. Burns being added in, it was fantastic. Then there was Prop 24 sign, get your ass back to Eurasia, from Much Ado About Nothing. And, yeah, again, don't remember this one well. Maybe a video of 8 misbehaving. I sort of remember this one. The ones of the actual family of Apu's. I sort of remember them. I remember the marriage one, which one of the cards is, guess what, that fucking episode. This one, not too much. But yeah, this one, the 2 Miss Nahasa Mapedodons, I can sort of say the name of the Ganesh costume. I remember this one well. Great episode, man. And this Chutney Squishy of the Auto Show. I remember this Chutney Squishy, remember that thing, but I do not remember the Auto Show episode. Oh man, I wish I did. Then there's the Hot Dog Home and Apu. This one is great. It has that musical episode where Apu lives with the family, and of course, he's still sad that he's lost the Quickie Marts. If you haven't seen that episode, you should, it's good. Raymaster Man number 1, Frame Man in the comic book. And this one is, again, another episode I don't remember well. Then there's Boar license plates, Itchy and Scratchy Land. This one I remember very well, with the freaking robotic, goddamn Itchy and Scratchy robots trying to kill everybody. It's, that one I remember very well. That was a good episode. And this Bark t-shirt, Bark is famous. This one, I didn't do it, boy. That one, I'm sure you remember that one very well. If you didn't, you haven't seen the episode, and you definitely should. It's funny as. The Australian Boot is definitely an episode I remember. It doesn't tell you the name for some reason, but I can tell you this. It is the one where the Simpsons go to Australia, and Bart literally shows his ass to a whole bunch of public, and gets in court, and he gets the fucking boot. And it's his attempt to get the boot, but he's saved out of it. So yeah. It was a big F you to Australia, but it's funny as still. Itchy Scratchy Cell from the Lady Bouvier's Lover. I know that sort of. Gabbo Doll, Krusty gets cancelled. This one I sort of remember. Was it the episode where Krusty dies? Quote unquote dies? I don't remember, but there was an episode. And Bart's Flying Handsome Science Project of Duckless. I don't remember this one. I still remember the hamster. And, yeah. And then there's, of course, all the cards, like the Soul Donut. These are all the episodes of the Trios of Horror. And it's One Devil in the Homer Simpson, with Flanders being Homer. Flanders being the devil. And, of course, if he ate the donut, Homer ate the donut, he would have the donut head. And there's Krusty Doll, which, of course, would turn to life and try to kill Bart and such, and Homer. Plan about, you know, that shit. Human Cookbook, Hungry Are the Damned. This one I don't remember that well. I believe this was... Nah, I don't remember this one well. One of the fun ones. Time Travel Toast. This one I remember very well, where Homer goes to time in that fucking toaster thing, and literally continues fucking up time, and it's hilarious. And there's a Hell Toupee, where a snake dies from execution, and the toupee comes to life, and then Homer has it, wears it, and becomes the new snake. And it is fucking hilarious. So, yeah. If you want to see that, you should be seeing these ones. The Trios of Horror episodes are the best. Monkey's... This one I sort of remember, the Monkey's Paw, where Lisa just... kind of screws things up with that thing. Then the Smarch Calendar, Nightmare on Evergreen Terrace. Yeah, Willie died. This one I remember very well. One of my favorite episodes, in which Willie is just the best character in that episode. And the scariest one, too. Oh, man. So that's all the cards. And now all that's left is cheats. Which I can only get certain cheats to work, like the card cheat, which lets me get every car if I can use the R1 button afterwards, which lets me go through every single thing. I want to tell you the codes of this one. It's on the internet, go search it yourself, but once you input in the options, press the R1 L1 button and this will appear. Then, you got all your cars normally, and you also got the secret cars, the ATV. As you can see, there's that great car, and the Night Boat, that car, then the monorail car. Again, I sort of got these names right. Obliteration, Chatron, Big Wheel Truck. Yeah, good luck saying that name really well. So, then we got Planet Heights 50 car. I definitely didn't know that one. I knew it was a pink car, that's about it. RC buggy, I know it was like RC car, but it's called a buggy. Then the speed rocket, I call it the rocket car, but it's called the speed rocket. I like rocket car a bit better. And that's it. And now it's just cars that, basically, either you have bought from Gil, or are completely new, like the red brick. The red brick is a car you can only use in a cheat code. You can also unlock it from this one cheat code, and it's alright. It's a weird design, and it's obviously a gimmick fucking car, but it's an alright car, and it's very unique, and that's about it. But otherwise, it's not too grand. There's a lot of pedestrian cars here too. The Seabone's next. This is all. I'm only showing you this because it is the Bone Storm truck that you would hit into to get the Bone Storm games. And yeah, it's I mean, it has okay speed, but it's slow and turning sucks. And yeah, then there's Glass True. This is where a lot of pedestrian cars come in. Glass True is one of them. It's this unique little car that has glass on it and a ladder on the top of it. And it's a pedestrian car, which means it's not very fast. It sucks. It takes not too much way of damaging to destroy it. And you shouldn't be using it. Yeah, see? Then you got the Cube Van. It's not a pedestrian car. It's a weird name, but the Cube Van is this little freaking van that has, like... It's very sketchy and has graffiti on it, including a alien on the side of one of the fucking sides of it. See? Weird design. It sucks. You shouldn't be using it. You shouldn't be using any of these pedestrian cars. Like the milk truck, which sucks too. But the milk truck says, genuine unguent milk. Nice. But yeah, it's extremely slow and it's absolute garbage. Do not use car. Do not. Then you got the compact car. Now, every one of these cars, they will always appear gray, but they're the usual pedestrian cars you see around here. The color is randomized, and I can't choose the color, but they're all pretty much the same. This one is just shit. It's an average car. Don't use it. Minivan, same thing. It's gray when you unlock it and use it, but it's otherwise just... They also always have pedestrian inside of it. And there's the pickup, which is, again, gray. And as you can see, it is not that great. And, yeah. Do not use. And then you got Sedan A and B. They are basically the same. Except one might be a little different performance, but otherwise... And a bit different in the design of two, but outside of that, it's just like the same shit. It's boring. You got Sports Car A and B. Now, Sports Car A sucks. It cannot go that fast, and it looks like this. Sports Car B, though, can somewhat make this jump here. Sports Car A can just barely not make it. But Sports Car B, it can make this jump, but again, you wouldn't use this car ever. But hey, speed is an okay with this one. That's good news for this. Next one is a SUV, and it sucks dick. It can't turn for hell, and it's very slow, and its brakes suck. Do not use. The next car we'll be using is an interesting one. It's a taxi. It's not a pedestrian car, but it's a taxi, so, you know, it's got that taxi design to it, and it's okay. It sucks, though. Do not use. A lot of these cars are going to suck. Ambulance is next. It is literally the ambulance car that you would get in levels that have the hospital. Level 2 and level 5. And, yeah, it's shit. It's not really interesting. Like, don't use it. Hey, you want to see me make a jump on that fin? There you go. And the fish van. The fish van is interesting. Its design is literally of the captain, sea captain fish delivery. And look, there's another one coming right by me. And yeah, it's very bland, and it's not the bad, and it's not really good, and you shouldn't be using it at the end. Next up is the garbage truck. It is literally a hunk of shit with a fucking green thing at the back. And yeah, it's slow, it turns like hell, and it's absolute disgrace. And this fish truck does not like it very much because it hits me right now. See? It hates this fucking truck, and I hate it too. Let's never use it ever again, shall we? Next up is the Itchy and Scratchy movie truck. This one has the Itchy and Scratchy movie thing on it that you would get the ticket for. It also has the horns on it. They don't do anything. And not only that, but it's slow and crap. Do not use. Next, pizza van. And the pizza van is literally the black van pizza delivery van that has a little camera up there. And it acts like the normal surveillance van, but it's not really good. And yeah, it's a surveillance van with a camera on it. Mini school bus, basically the bus, only miniaturized. That's about it. I don't think this ever appears in the game, and if it does, I don't remember it ever appearing during this LP. There you go. Then you got the Vote Quimby truck, which I can summarize it with this clip right over here. Get ready. It's gonna be fun. Vote
Quimby, vote Quimby, vote Quimby, vote Quimby, vote Quimby, vote Quimby, vote Quimby, vote Quimby, vote Quimby.
Next up is Burns Armored Truck, and this one is it's interesting. It's an armored truck, but it's at the casino, Mr. Burns Casino. It's the exact same as the armored truck, you know, it's strong and shit, but that's about it. It just has a different design to it. Next is the non-Upletz minivan. This is the Shelbyville van from that one mission. As you can see, there's the Shelbyville guy as well as all these kids. And, yeah, the car sucks. It is not very fast. Its steering is absolutely atrocious. It accelerates like piss. And, yeah, just to push more into how much Shelbyville sucks, this van sucks too. Next is the ice cream truck. This is actually a unique one. It's a removed vehicle that never appears in the game, but you can still use it if you use the cheat code that I use right now to get this shit. And it's interesting. As you can see, it is literally a freaking ice cream truck with an ice cream of Marge's head. That's funny. And it says right there, so I'll read it, Phineas Q Butterfat, 5,600 flavors, ice cream truck. Interesting name. And it doesn't drive very well, but as you drive, this little music plays. Yeah, you won't hear this anywhere else. And it's only in this van you will ever hear this music, which has been removed. So in a way, this music was removed as well, but as long as you use this cheat code, it's not removed forever. You don't have to hack for this one or anything. Just use your cheat code, and you will get the ice cream truck. It is very unique, and it's not a really good car, but hey, it's something, alright? It's nice to have something that was removed that I can use and show off. Everything else is removed though, you should go to the cutting room floor for all that shit, because it usually involves hacking and such, and I'm not doing that. Anyway, that's it for this car. Next up is the cell phone cars. They're all the same, except they make different sounds when you drive them. Different cell phone sounds. And there are 4 of them. Car A, B, C, and D. Here's the first one. And there's the second one. By the way, do not shut off. They literally have this fucking sound going on the entire time. It is annoying. Then cell phone number C. Yeah. It's annoying. And the last one, D. I hate that sound so fucking much. Next up is the Farini Black. Yes. You have the Farini Red and the Farini Black. It is the exact same as the Farini Red, except it's black. I don't know why they had this. This never appears as far as I know. It's a neat thing, but it's not really great, and nobody cares. It's the same as the Farini Red, so there you go. Then there's the level 7 cars, a coffin car, which is literally like a coffin with a skeleton riding it. And there's like a seat on the back that is a skeleton's hand. You sit on that. This car is... it's just shit for this level. Then there's the Coast Ship, which is this thing. It has like a captain on it and all. And there's a guy that's driving it, and, you know, you see on the back. And it's glitchy. It acts weird when you steer around on it. You can sometimes flip around, and it's weird as hell. And that little glow at the bottom was just for the fucking floor. So yeah, it's not very good. It sucks, the end. Then the next car is the Hallow Hearse. This is actually the normal design of the hearse. that is basically a place where you store the coffin and shit. And it sucks. The actual hearse is fun and useful, and you would use it.
No!
This one is crap though. Then there's the broom. It's just a witch on a broom. You sit on the back of it. It's fast, but it steals like hell, and it's weak, and you shouldn't use it. Like, seriously, it is a terrible fucking vehicle. Also, the broom has to go inside the fucking road, so, you know, that's neat. Then there's a nuclear waste truck, which appears level 6 as well. I'm showing on level 7 because why not? There's a lot of nuclear waste in it, but does not hurt the fucking UFO at all, which sucks. That could destroy the thing in seconds. And it drives like hell too. It's like a normal pedestrian car. You shouldn't be using it. It sucks. Now all that's left is the World War II vehicle. Not the normal one. No. The one with the rocket. This only appears in the final mission of the game. And it's literally just a World War II vehicle, only with a rocket on it and a barrier in the front of it. And it's actually much better than the World War II vehicle that you would buy, will actually win, from the bonus mission level 2. But it's not that great anyway. You'll already have a better car than this anyway. And yeah, that's about it for all the vehicles. Everything else is just shit you would buy from Gil, so it's not really much interesting. There is one more thing I can show you though. Now, I'll show you this one by destroying this car, by having it go into the UFO and exploding. This car is the destroyed car. It is extremely slow, doesn't turn very well, but it brakes well, and not only that, but when you reverse, you can steer really fast. And that's about it. It also makes a big trail on the road and everything like that, so that's nice. And that's all the cars. So that leaves the rest of the cheats. First of all, you've got the cameras, like the walker cam, which is a normal camera. Then we got the debug cam, which puts it at a specific spot. I don't know why. I really don't know why. You cannot play this game on this camera.
I need a disco nap.
So don't use it. It's just there for debugging, I guess. It sucks. Then you have the cull cam, which puts you right under the feet, which means you're going through the fucking ground, and you can see the abyss below you, as well as the background. And while that is neat to see the background, seeing the abyss not really a lot of fun, and yeah, this camera sucks too. You get these without the cheat code, however, so that's the default thing.
Nothing lasts forever.
But yeah, now it's time for cheats. Some of a cheat in which gives you the speedometer, as well as cheats that disable the acceleration. You don't have to accelerate anymore. It goes straight to top speed with seconds. Max top speed, which all your vehicles be at the best top speed, which is unlimited as fuck. I got the invincibility cheat on. And there's another cheat I have on as well, which I'll show you soon. But right now, here is me driving around insanely with top speed, no acceleration, and a speedometer showing how fast we're going. Now the speedometer is interesting, as it will show us basically our speed, and I'll be showing it off a lot. Lastly, if you honk your horn with this cheat on, you jump. Yes, this one's one of the most fun and most used cheat of them all, because it's used to find a lot of glitches and also to explore a lot more areas and go outside the map. It is insanely fun, and I would use the fuck out of this cheat code every time, including the invincibility one, so I can avoid exploding every time I use this, because it's very easy to explode with this. But yeah, I love this fucking cheat code, and everyone I know that's played this game loves this cheat code. And there's a few areas we can go to with this thing. For instance, we can go to the very top of the school of this. All you have to do is just jump right to the middle top building, and you can go right through stuff like this destroyed thing here, antenna thing. And then you can also go ahead and go outside the map by either of the bridges that are here, by going to the bridge and then making a big jump from the left or right. it'll let you go through the thing, and you won't teleport back. Instead, you will be through the floor and into the abyss, where you get to explore. This is the fun part, because now you have no restrictions. You have no collisions, you have no roads to deal with. You can drive as fast as you want, and you can also go invisible at times. There's also a lot of stuff you can see behind here. If you know exactly where they are, you can find stuff that is just floating around here for no reason. There's always stuff you can find there in the cutting room floor. You can find pictures of it. But otherwise, I'm going to show you a few things, like the water being a bit above the abyss, a few of the floor missing, things being through the floor, a bit of glitchiness going around with some of the materials and shit. A road that is just inside the abyss going down for some reason. I don't remember this ever being in the game. And eventually, things get really weird as this happens when you go a bit too far. And now a bit more above, but the problem is, go a bit more forward and you start jumping around. You start bumping around and getting slow and shit. And now you can't drive the car. And if you get out of the car, even though you take no damage when you're in the car, if you're out of the car and this thing's just bumping around, it will explode and you'll lose it. Also, if you dare jump while up here, you will fall into the abyss with no way of recovery. Like so.
That was so painful.
And thus Homer is forever gone. Rest in peace. Anyway, now it's time to make a jump on this bridge, in which it will do the same thing, except I want to show you something else. It's under the water. If you jump off here and you turn around, you will find a giant fucking road material that's under the water. I don't know why it's here, but it exists. I guess there would have been a cave under here or something like that. I don't know. There you go. But the most important thing, the most fun thing, is the freaking power plant. And not only that, the Burns Mansion of level 1. Yes, you can actually enter the Burns Mansion level 1 with this cheat. First of all, jumping around here will make you teleport. Great. But the main important thing is getting to the Burns Mansion, which you can get into by either going here or going to the front from the other side. And if you jump around here, you can glitch through the fucking roof. And not only that, make a huge jump and jump right over the Burns Mansion. Yes, I did it! And now I am stuck here. Sort of. I can jump out of it, but there's like a wall here you can't get out of, see? And not only that, but the doors are closed. You can't actually get inside. In fact, the way inside is blocked by a fucking invisible wall all around it. You can get inside from this way, though, but then you have this shit happening. This is not me, this is the game. Physics are weird in this area now. Once you are up top of this area, where the entrance is, you will find yourself above the actual area of Burns Mansion. And you can just walk around on the roof, checking out the scenery and such. It looks the same, doesn't it? It looks the same as level 4. Yeah. The design here is exactly the same as level 4's Burns Mansion. It has not changed. It literally shows and tells you that all I did was put level 4 in level 1 and level 4 and just put in the night thing on it. And that's about it. They did fuck all of it. And yeah, the boxes are here as well, and so's all the chess pieces and the coins. No wasps. They put that in later, but yeah, it's the same shit. And not only that, but you can also jump around in the power plant and be outside of the area, out of the roof, letting you see everything outside of it.
Dumbass.
Yep, you can see a lot by doing this, and it's actually kinda neat. You even see rooms you can't access, which, yeah, is very interesting. But now, enough of that. It's now time for the real meat of it. Level 7 and the completely destroyed cut-off level. If you jump in, you will be teleported, but you will be teleported to the other side where the fucking, like, bridge is. Now, if you turn around and make a jump over the gap, you will find yourself at the other side, which has no collision at all. You will be inside the abyss again, and you'll see that it has been that much on the level left. Everything else is gone. Now, if you're lucky, you might be able to find some removed items here, as well as music that is still here but removed that I played beforehand, level 4. Of course, I can't find it, which is why I did that editing before. And by the way, here is the maximum speed you can go of the cheat you have here. 715, I believe. That is the maximum of speed. That's kind of neat, ain't it? But, now it's time for just a few more cheats. Like the collision one here. You put this cheat on, and you will see all the collision lines, and where you are in the collision. It's very neat if you want to know how to make a game and how to deal with collision and how it works. And I love it a lot. As someone who wants to make a video game, this is actually kind of neat to see how it works back here. And there's one more cheat. It's a cheat in which makes everything look drunk as fuck, and makes it very hard to play the game. We call it drunk mode. If you activate it, an effect will play in which it gets very blurry and a bit darker, and it makes things very hard to see. Yeah. It's not a fun one. Here it is. If you are motion sick, look away. Yeah. It's sickening if you're not motion sick. It's basically unwatchable when you're having this cheat on. Luckily, a lot of these cheats will turn off if you quit and then go back in the game. But not all of them will go off, sadly. And now, all that's left is... well... I wanted to show off the credits thing, which gives you an alternate audio on it, but I can't. But I can show you the cameras. It's in the car. You got the far one, you got the bumper cam, and then there's the near camera. These are ones you already have from the get-go. However, it's the ones afterwards that you only get with the cheat code. And they're the more interesting ones.
I didn't do it.
In fact, some of them you'll remember from certain Turbo Skater fucking replays and shit, like Pro Skater replay. Here's the comedy cam. The comedy cam is interesting. It's basically the camera guy is drunk as fuck and doesn't know where to go and how to keep straight and shit. And yeah, it makes things very difficult to deal with. But it's a comedy. It's funny. Not really. But it's a neat camera. I will say that much. It is a neat camera. But it does get stuck at times. A lot of these cheap ones get stuck. Just keep note of that. And of course, making jumps, the camera defaults to that and does not have the other thing. Then you have the next one, the spy cam. It's like you got a helicopter chasing after. Well, actually, it's like you got actual spy cameras looking at you. This is one of those replays you would get in fucking racing games and shit. And yeah, it's neat. As you can see, the spy cam is actually pretty cool. And even though it makes things a bit difficult, it's nice to have. The next camera angle, and this cheat, is basically the one I just said before. It's, oh, by the way, if you exit the car and go back, it defaults back to that comedy cam, or whatever cam you had beforehand, before you chose comedy cam. All shit like spy cam and such is gone. So, yeah, that's sad. But yeah, what can you do? Anyway, the next camera is the chase cam. This is the one I talked about before, where it's like a helicopter's chasing after you, like a news helicopter thing is chasing after you. And it gives you an overhead thing, but it's not too bad here because it's not like static. It's like following you and shit. And not only that, you can actually see the outside of it, the outside of the map and shit, which is weird. Which is why it's cheap, because you can see stuff you're not supposed to see. But it's still neat. And it actually overrides the jump camera, so that's cool. But yeah, that's it for that camera. And as you stop, it'll zoom in on you, right above you. Then you have the next camera, which is the coal camera. Well, you already know what the coal camera is, but the tracker cam is more important. Tracker cam stays right where it is And that's it. It's a camera that stays where you are and zooms in on you when you're far away, but that's it. It does not follow you, and if you go too far, the camera stays there, and you will not be able to see yourself anymore. But yeah, how about that? You can see when they just pop out of nowhere. And the car's destroyed now. Anyway, next up, I believe that's all the cameras. I'll show you the near one later on. But first, I want to show you a sad man's drive to his home in his destroyed car with the tracker cam.
Oh, the vibration is tickling my feet.
Look at him go. Is he gonna make it? Will he make it home to his beloved family? No. No, he won't. Anyway, now it's time for the next camera, which I believe is the final camera. It's a normal, it's normal camera. It's like the near follow camera. It just zooms in a bit. That's it. And that's all the camera is. And that is all the cheats. And that is it for Simpsons Hit and Run. There is one more thing, however. It's not cheats or anything like that, but it is something that I wish to show off. Something that has been around for some time, and I think it's important to talk about, especially with this LP. I won't be playing it, and I won't be trying it out, but I'll mention it, just because I feel nice for them. You see, there's not many mods of this game. In fact, this game is a fairly mod game, but there is one mod that exists, and that mod is the Donut mod. You see, the Donut mod is a mod for the PC version of this game, and there's a lot to it, and it's still being updated to this day with all sorts of events and new updates. And here's a trailer video of it. As you can see, it has like a snow level, and yeah, there could have been a Christmas level in this fucking game. It's amazing. Not only that, it also gives you new cards, new missions and all. And it's very interesting, and it shows, like, this is only early shit. This is not like the final stages. There's a lot more to this. And yeah, it's very interesting. And honestly, if you can get the game running on PC, get this mod and you can get that running, enjoy it. There's a lot to it. It's not the most interesting thing in the world, but it's very amazing how they were able to do all this shit. So, shoutouts to Donut Mod for their work on this stuff. And that is it for this Let's Play. Thanks for watching, guys. What Let's Play am I doing next time? Well, there is one game I've been thinking of doing for some time now. We'll see if I'll play that next. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Let's Play. That won't be Simpsons, because I'm kind of getting sick of them now.